everyone, Victoria Hurley here. We're here with Jenna with Tonight Alive. How are you?
Really good, how are you?
Good. So we're here on the Future Hearts tour. Now you just started the tour. How has it been so far?
Well, today's the first day, so setup day's been really cool. We've toured an all-time low a few times before, so it's very comfortable and familiar. We've just met the bands and we're hanging out and we sound checked and it's a big venue and it's a sunny day, so beautiful out. Good vibes.
Yeah. So now having toured with All Time Low before, they're pranksters. So have any pranking going on? Any planning of pranking?
Not yet. I mean, we've got 6 weeks together, so we've got a lot of time to really nail that. Last time, I think we were in the UK, this time last year, and we all came on in their last song with guitars. It wasn't like some crazy prank, but it was pretty fun to just jam around on stage and not be we're performing without playing music, so that was kind of fun.
Right, switching things up a bit. So speaking of tour, what are your 3 essentials for having to be on tour that you need to have?
Like outside of like basics?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I'm like a bit of a, I'm into my food and my drinks and stuff like that, so we always have a blender. We have a hand juicer, so then we can make like lemon and orange and anything that's just citrus basically. We've had an electronic juicer before and it was just kind of shitty and a hassle without a sink in the proper kitchen. So they're 2 essentials, and this is so lame, but we just bought a gas cooker so we can actually make our own food, because early on in touring, just depending on convenience, it's just kind of difficult. It makes you feel shitty and no energy. So
right, it's nice to switch things up a bit. So aren't there any songs that you're looking forward to performing live?
Well, we've been on this tour cycle for The Other Side, our album, for like 2 years now, almost. So we've played all the songs before, so we're actually not playing anything that hasn't been played in the past, but hopefully we're just kind of doing a set that's interesting for these fans and get out to sort of a new demographic.
And speaking of the songs, what's your inspiration for the songs and what's your writing process like?
My inspiration just comes from the voice in my head, and that sounds kind of lame, but it's just what my subconscious is feeling and saying, so I just tap into that, and that's my outlet in life. And our writing process lately, I mean, in the past couple of years, has been acoustic, so we'll be on the road most of the time, and we just kind of jam. Every time we get an idea, we just record on our phone and then develop it into a demo on the computer, so it's pretty casual. We don't technically set aside time, just kind of do it as it comes.
Right. And getting caught up in the songs as you're singing it, what is your worst tour wound?
Wound?
Yes. Have you ever anything just in the zone, singing, and then all of a sudden slipped, anything whatsoever?
Oh.
Anyone on the band too? Any guitar playing, and then next thing you know, a wall?
Well, the guys have started doing this thing. Jake and Whack, our guitarists, take a run up and slide on their knees across the stage.
Oh.
Which is, they just kind of goof around and keep things interesting, but Jake recently, I think he just hit the ground too hard and no slide happened. It was just like a massive knee
Oh my god.
attack, so that hurt him. But the last time I fell over on stage was a little while ago. I was on the Sucky Nation tour, and it was early on in the tour when we were still kind of trying to prove ourselves. We were definitely the odd band out on that bill, but it turned out awesome. It was just early days, and I slipped off my riser onto my butt, and the crowd cheered, so it broke the ice.
Yeah, of course. And say someone who's listening to Tonight Alive for the first time, if you had to pick 1 or 2 songs that best describe the band, which ones would you pick?
Okay, it depends. I think we're a bit of a bipolar sounding band, and I think people will realise that more on our new record as well. I like our aggressive songs. I prefer them. So in that case, I think, well, What Are You So Scared Of, I think is a good representation of Tonight Alive because of the message and the lyrics. It's a song about, I always say it's about living your life the way you want to live it and not being in the fear of someone else's judgment. So that's what that song is about, and that's a personal kind of complex of mine. And other than that, maybe a song like The Edge, which is our most recent release, after The Other Side. So I like those 2 songs. I mean, I like a lot of our songs.
Right, of course.
So yeah, choose those.
And also, you've been on Funko's Pop for quite a amount of time. What's your choosing process for the songs? Just ones that you like to sing, and how do you make that your own? How do you make it into a Tonight Alive song?
Well, I guess for instance with Little Lion Man, I don't remember what volume that is for Pop Goes Fun, but you kind of get a list of songs to look at, the songs that we kind of are able to cover, that the label provides for you. So just kind of what appeals to you. And for us, choosing that song was a lot of solo artists, a lot of female artists, and I just kind of wanted to go for something that was a challenge for us, which was Mumford & Sons were the only band on that list, and one of the few like male singers. So we just kind of challenged ourselves. That was really fun. Wack's really good at adapting things, and I think his style of playing definitely directs what our sound is as a band. So he just kind of stripped that down and built it back up.
And I love that version a lot more than the original song.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And also, playing on a lot of festivals while touring, what's your favorite and why?
It's interesting, you think that they're similar, but they're all really different. What's most fresh in my mind is Soundwave, and that was really cool. That was in Australia, and it was the first time that I feel that we've been like recognised as sort of a main stage type of band in our own country, which I think it takes a long time to earn that position, especially coming from Australia. It's a really competitive industry. So we played the Soundwave 3 years ago, 2012, on one of the sort of split stages, and we got to play main stage this year, and it was just really special for us. And it was actually an hour-long set, which is really rare for a festival. For a band like us, it's kind of new to us, so that was really, really cool. And we had the support of our country, so I really enjoyed Soundwave. They're all different, like I said, though.
Yeah, I haven't gone to Soundwave yet, but I want to. That, Reading and Lead's, all those.
Yeah.
What are your plans for after this tour? I know it's a little early, but do you have any plans for the future?
Yeah, well, we're making a record right now, so we've done half of it before this tour. We do the tour, and then we do the other half afterwards. So I'll be recording vocals basically once we finish this tour. And then the rest of the year we've left it as a blank space because we want to allow as much time to develop all the visuals and all the message and everything that goes with making a new record. We want to make sure that we give it the right amount of time and energy. So we don't have any tours booked, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Most of the time we revolve around touring, and we're just kind of trying to flip the table a little bit.
And as your records have progressed, you guys are getting a little harder. Is that what we have to expect for the future record, or?
It's what I wanted it to be.
Right.
When we went into the writing process, I was referencing Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit and even 30 Seconds to Mars. I definitely wanted to get more aggressive and angry and heavy, but it didn't come naturally to us. Every time I tried to write an angry song, I was like, I'm just too... It sounds, again, lame, but I felt like I was too at peace with the situations that even at peace with them. I kind of have, I don't know, I'm learning how to deal with that shit more, so it didn't affect me as much, and I wasn't able to write angry music. So this record is kind of not peaceful, but like, it's moody for sure. Right. It's definitely not heavier than the other side though, so it just depends how you want to take that.
Right. And also for your new record, I know you're friends with Vic from Pierceville. They are a bit heavier. Any collaborations to kind of introduce you into that type of music, or?
No, I mean, it's not in the works. It's not a planned thing. I'd love to have some friends' voices on our record.
Yeah.
But that will be something that comes a little later. It's definitely not been a preconceived idea this time.
Yes.
But I would love to collaborate, especially with you.
The fans would love it, for sure. So other than the record and no tours, is there anything else you would like to say to your fans?
We love you guys. What can I say? I hope we see you out on this tour. Stay in touch with us online. We're actually building a cool online community right now. It's not announced and it's sort of still being built, but I guess I will keep you updated if you stay in touch on Twitter and stuff like that.
Alright, thank you guys. Jenna from Tonight Alive.